In the Middle Ages, the 12 days of Christmas, also known as Twelvetide, was not just a holiday, it was a time of absolute madness, filled with feasting, partying, and the kind of joyous chaos that would make modern celebrations seem tame. Imagine a world where for 12 whole days, rules were turned upside down, and everyone indulged in laughter, games, and revelry like there was no tomorrow. Before we dive deep into this fascinating slice of history, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join us as we uncover more incredible stories from the past. Now, what made these 12 days so unique and utterly unforgettable? Back then, Twelvetide wasn't about checking your phone for online sales or recovering from a heavy Christmas dinner. It was 12 consecutive days of unbridled joy, marked by constant feasting, music, dance, and wild celebrations. People of all classes joined in the festivities, and even the strict hierarchies of medieval society seemed to bend during this period. Lords and peasants, clergy and commoners, all celebrated together in an atmosphere of sheer merriment. This was a time when order was joyfully disrupted. Imagine the highest noble being served by the lowest servant in mock ceremonies that were both playful and daring. Each day of Twelvetide had its own customs and traditions. From grand feasts where tables groaned under the weight of roasted meats, pies, and spiced wine, to raucous games that bordered on the absurd, there was never a dull moment. On some days, people exchanged small gifts, while on others, they performed plays, sang carols, or even engaged in mischief under the protection of the holiday spirit. One of the most striking traditions was the crowning of the Lord of Misrule, a figure who presided over the festivities, encouraging pranks, jokes, and general mayhem. It was a time when the world turned topsy-turvy, and people embraced the chaos with open arms. But why did people go to such extremes to celebrate? The 12 days of Christmas were seen as a sacred and magical time, bridging the gap between Christmas Day and the Feast of Epiphany. It was believed that these days carried a special significance, a blend of Christian traditions and older pagan practices, making them a time of spiritual and communal renewal. The long, dark winter nights were filled with the light of candles, the sound of laughter, and the warmth of community. It was as much about survival and togetherness as it was about celebration. Even though the modern world has shifted away from such exuberant celebrations, echoes of Twelvetide remain in some of our holiday customs today. And who knows? Perhaps it's time to bring back a bit of that medieval cheer into our lives. Imagine 12 days of pure, unfiltered joy, just like they did back then. So, if you want more fascinating stories like this, subscribe now and join us for a journey through history's most intriguing moments.